start with, and listen, I am the first person to say the Rams are going to be pitiful. They might not win a game this year. They're not going to be great. I was saying that for like the past 3 weeks, especially with the Cooper Kupp injury. So we're going to start with a mea culpa with the Rams, because Matthew Stafford, we are underreacting to how freaking good you were this weekend, okay? A few months ago, I'm thinking and asking everybody, hey, Calvin Johnson, is he ever going to play again? After being shut down with this neck injury and struggling through some serious elbow pain even before that. But he came out Sunday at Lumen Field, sans Cooper Kupp, with a bunch of inexperienced receivers and lit it up. He lit up the Seahawks. My Seahawks have Bobby Wagner back, my trendy pick to win the NFC West. And he ended the day with 334 yards on the way to a 30-13 beatdown of those Hawks, my darling team. The third most passing yards, by the way, of any quarterback in the NFL this week. Is that shoulder okay? Are you feeling pretty healthy? Because if Matthew Stafford is this man, if he's this guy week in, week out for the Rams, without Cooper Kupp, they're going to be in the playoff hunt. I'm officially overreacting to that maybe, but we're underreacting and not giving enough love to Matthew Stafford, who's clearly dealing with tons of adversity. Sean McVay, this roster, as you guys went all in for a Super Bowl ring and cashed in, and nobody's doubting that, and that's amazing, and you did it, and like you're kind of supposed to be coasting and failing miserably right now. You come out the gates with a win over the Seahawks on the road? That stuff was crazy. We're underreacting to that in general, in the ecosystem that is the NFL. Speaking of the NFC, we heard all offseason about how weak that conference is, right? How, the AFC, what a gauntlet. It's so loaded. It's so tough. It's blah, 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 blah. The NFC is soft. You're just going to, Niners, Eagles, they're just going to walk in. Nothing's like... The NFC made something of a statement, okay? They did. They did that in week one, and I don't think it's getting enough buzz, enough attention. NFC teams win a combined 4-0 this weekend in interconference games. Take a look. It started with the Lions taking on the Chiefs at Arrowhead to kick off the year. We all saw that, okay? The Niners crushed the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Steelers, everybody's like trendy, fun pick. The Eagles went into Foxy Town and took down the Pats on Tom Brady Day. And the Saints took down the Titans in the Superdome. And then, when you look at even the games among NFC teams, the Cowboys looked amazing. They looked dominant. The Packers look like they're going to be a factor with Jordan Love. Nobody thought that. And the Rams that I just mentioned that are going underrated and underappreciated, and Matthew Stafford looked amazing when I thought they had no juice. They're clearly in the playoff-ish fun gauntlet mix as well. So listen, I'm not saying that this means the NFC is superior to the AFC or anything, but I'm just saying let's put some respect on those teams. And, you know, it could be a much stronger field than we previously anticipated. And I'm all here for that kind of competition. So let's go, guys. Hit me up at Up and Adam Show with your thoughts. Which conference is better? Well, that's not the question. Of course, the AFC is better than the NFC. I can't believe the NFC got any votes. That's not what I'm saying, okay? Marissa McBride saying Rams prove it game this weekend. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're kicking off week 2 with Rob Gronkowski and Austin Eckler. Another underreaction in reaction to an overreaction to what we saw in week 1. I think we're not giving enough love to how well some of the week 1 losers have fared in recent seasons, okay? Because this is like your calm the F down moment, okay? If you look at last year, 2 of the 4 teams playing on conference championship weekend started the season 0-1. Remember, the Bengals lost that 5-turnover nightmare to the Steelers in overtime, and everybody was worried about Burrow then too. And we know how it turned out. The Niners lost to the Bears, okay? Of all teams, lost to the Bears in the pouring rain, and everyone's like, Chicago's going to the Super Bowl. I was literally at the sports bar, and I was like, all right, calm down, Bears fans. And this was Trey Lance's debut as a starter. They lose, all this stuff happens. Then 3 quarterback changes later, and they capture an NFC West title and finish 1 win away from a Super Bowl. So overall, honestly, if you look back at the last 2 seasons, 7 of the 16 division winners started off 0-1. 6 of them won double-digit games, and 5 made it to at least the divisional round. That's an awful lot of success despite starting the season off on the wrong foot. So none of these teams ended the season with Lombardi. I know, I get it, but you only need to go back 1 more year for that. Okay, and let's not forget that 5 months before tossing Lombardi's off a boat to celebrate his Bucs Super Bowl, Tom Brady was throwing pick sixes to Janoris Jenkins in the Superdome. So, Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, Chargers, everyone else getting off to a rough start. Look at this. We'll talk to Gronk about this in a second. There's plenty of season left. Like plenty, like a ton of season left. Like there's an extra game now, so let's all calm down and let's figure that out. And speaking of the Bucks, we're gonna bring in Gronk here on Monday, Tuesday, Gronk Day, to get into some other news. Gronk, how are you? Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.